Happy Sunday, Soul Tribe. So I wanted to share something with you. I wrote something, and I want to share something. I want to share like my content with you. I'm going through the dark night of the soul. Long story short, and let me just pull some people up to speed that don't know me. Because this content is usually on my YouTube channel, which I'm going to record it here, maybe post it and keep it here, I don't know. And then navigate it over to YouTube, where my Soul Tribe is at. I do have some Soul Tribe here, and new people are getting to know me here. But a lot of this content of my ascension is on YouTube. I started my YouTube channel over 10 years ago, sharing my awakening journey with you guys. So I started to go on this journey. I was aware of it in 2003 when I had my first dark night of the soul, which almost killed me. And we go through multiple dark nights of the soul, which I have, and it's different for everyone, and it's never the same for anybody. The first one I went on, I think I went through it for a year. A whole fucking year. But the ones that I went on after that were just little mini things here and there. And I've even been on dark nights of the soul within my marriage when I was married. I'm going through a divorce right now. But in my marriage, I had times when I went through the dark night of the soul as well. So I think we always will have the dark night of the soul as a process as we go through this soul growth. They suck. They fucking suck. The one that I'm going through right now is similar to the one in 2003, but it's not going to take me out. But my heart hurts enough where my heart feels like it's going to take me out. The dark night of the soul is not necessarily a bad thing. Everything is perspective. The dark night of the soul just means that you're at the end of something in your life. You're at the end of a chapter. And I'm definitely at the end of the chapter, but I thought that chapter closed, but I think a few pages were added just before the fucking book closes. So I had this person come into my life that was a very fucking dope soul. Created space for me. But I think now, I didn't know this then, but now that I'm processing, this person, everybody that comes into your life for a reason. And they could come into your life for a minute. They can come into your life for 18 years. They could come into your life for a week, months, years. They could just pass you on the street, and literally it could just be a few minutes. But everybody comes into your life for a reason. Everybody is a lesson or a blessing. And all lessons are blessings in disguise. Even though some of them can fucking hurt, and some of them can feel like they're gonna tear your fucking heart out of your body and take your soul with it. And I'm not talking, I don't want you guys to get the wrong picture. I don't want you to think like that anything I say is romantic. Friendship can hurt just as bad, especially when the person that was in my life, I admired them very much. But everybody that comes into your life is a teacher. Even you watching this video, I'm probably a teacher for you, some way, somehow. Everybody carries codes, frequency codes, because everything is light, everything is energy. Some of you guys will not understand this because you're not on that level of understanding yet on your path to enlightenment, if you are even on your path to enlightenment. If you're on my channel, I'm not sure why you're on my channel. If you're on my channel for soul growth, then maybe this will resonate with you. some way, somehow. Anyways, everybody that comes into your life is a teacher. Even my husband was my teacher. I'm not here to bash him or to bash anybody, because I'm at a certain level of understanding now that I've been on this journey long enough, and I've been working on myself emotionally, like emotional intelligence, which was a whole new can of worms that I opened up for myself. But even though we're not together anymore and I left for my personal reasons, I'm just going to tell you guys we were not aligning, and I'm just going to leave it at that. We're no longer a vibrational match. I feel that we got together to heal each other, and we're here on earth. We incarnated to go through these soul lessons, right? We've got to grow in life. And I think the objective is to find love, not necessarily romantic, but love, unconditional love. Love is the law of the universe. Love within yourself, to learn to love yourself. Because once you learn to love yourself, then everything around you, even material objects like my car and nature and the sky and, you know, animals and people, just everything, you learn to love and appreciate every little fucking thing in your life. You just learn to appreciate life in general. So my husband, when we met, I know this now, I didn't know this then, but we connected so well in the beginning because we had this thing called a trauma bond. And what I felt from him, I felt a love that I never felt before because of the traumas that we shared. You know, when we met each other, our lives were so similar, and we just connected because of our trauma bond. But I started to heal aspects of my past life to be a better person going forward as I go through this soul growth to level up. And I let go, and I forgave, and I just I started to level up, and now I'm talking at a soul level, right? Emotional intelligence, spiritual growth, mind, body, soul, taking care of my body, healing everything, my mind, everything, my heart, because I've dealt with a lot of issues with trust, independence, codependency, and not just in romantic relationships. Like, I'm talking with people in general. Like, it stems from my childhood, from my parents, my siblings. Just learning to love myself, because you cannot love in general unless you learn to love yourself. And a lot of that trauma that I went through when I was a kid came with me into my adulthood. Anyways, fast forward. So I've been on this journey to learn to love myself, learn to love thyself. I started yoga, and that was the very, 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 very beginning consciously. So I want to read something to you, because this is what I'm currently going through right now. And this is why I think, like, this person came into my life, this friend that I was talking about in the beginning of the video, was to help me learn this. And just let me read it. Love. Love is setting boundaries, letting go, etc. Love is not tolerating toxic energy or abandoning yourself to fix others. What some people think love is, it's not love. Sometimes the best way to love someone else is to set boundaries with them. It's time to show people the consequence of certain types of energy. It is not love. Love is not tolerating energy that is toxic. That is called codependency. That is attachment. And attachment is not love. Love is when you can be honest, authentic, and expressing yourself, expressing your needs, expressing the consequence of stepping over certain boundaries. And sometimes the best thing you can do is to let someone go and to let them learn on their own. Letting them go is also love. Love is both. And that's the lesson I'm going through right now, because old traumas and triggers came up, and I think it fucked up a friendship, and it's just fucked up. Spiritual growth is fucking hard, guys.